All right, you guys, welcome back to another CC Reacts. We watch the fun, weird, crazy, and interesting and question everything. Truth or conspiracy, we leave that up to you. You decide. As always, this video is for entertainment purposes only, so let's get into it.
The lead are eating mermaids and I know what they taste like. You've probably seen the viral mermaid eating videos, but have you seen mine? Because mine's the original one. For some reason it's not on the For You page, but I did get another email from someone that went to the party. They actually paid to go to the party and they told me what they taste like. Let's read that email, shall we? We're gonna call him Jonah because I think that's funny. As in Jonah and the whale, you know, and all of that. Jonah said, I had spent my life chasing the rare, the forbidden, the experiences that others whispered about but never dared to pursue. I had sipped snake venom-infused whiskey in Japan, dined on endangered delicacies in hidden European supper clubs, and even paid an absurd amount to eat a meal cooked on lava in Iceland. When he heard about the mermaid parties, he was down to go, and he said that he paid $50,000 for his ticket. He wasn't told about the location until the day of the party, that a black limo came and picked him up, took him to the party. He said the host was in a white suit wearing a mask, like a masquerade mask, and said, welcome. Tonight you will partake in a dish once served for the kings of lost civilizations, a delicacy that vanished from history until now. Now here's what he said it looked like. Their torsos were eerily human, slender arms, delicate collarbones, pale faces, frozen in serene stillness. But from the waist down, their bodies shimmered with blue-green scales ending in powerful tails. Below their ribs had been with precision revealing rich marbled meat beneath. A server placed a dish in front of Jonas, thinly sliced filet, lightly seared, resting in a golden broth infused with herbs he didn't recognize. The aroma was intoxicating, sweet, briny, complex. The flavor was exquisite. It was unlike anything he had ever known, sweet like scallops, rich like Wagyu beef, with a depth of umami that seemed to awaken something deep in his senses. It was as if he were tasting the ocean itself, not just its bounty, but its soul. That's his words, not mine. He then said, a warmth spread through my body, my heartbeat slowed, my breath deepened. Around me, the other guests had closed their eyes, their faces soft with pleasure. A sound, and then he describes it as no, not a sound, but a feeling, a low, resonant hum, a vibration in my bones, in my blood. That his mind was filled with visions of deep blue waters, endless and calm, filled with whispers, not words, but emotions, memories, as if the sea itself had opened to him, revealing its secrets. He felt it, the pull, the connection. They were all enjoying it. The host raised a glass and said, to those who dine beyond the edge of the world, said 10 out of 10 would recommend, and he would do it again.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's just say they are real, just for the moment, that they are real. They've been caught, they're eating them. That experience, the way it was explained, once they're eating, does it not sound like their experience, this being's like memories or feelings? Let me know your thoughts on this one. I'm going to end my opinion there. Oh my gosh. Someone would have to carry me out of the road. I don't even think my legs would work. I would be so shaky. But it also happens so fast. It's like, did it even process yet? I don't know. I think I'd be the one on the ground trying to crawl out of the road.
Every apartment has its own pool in this building. This is cool.
That is kind of cool.
And they're not very deep, but hey, get a balcony and a pool with every unit. I'm in.
What are your thoughts? I think that is definitely a unique design.
This is an interesting but very disturbing conversation. Watch this.
A Muslim becomes a non-believer, then
okay,
they get killed
because
like that.
Right, and then so if a Muslim becomes a non-believer, but also isn't there a line in Sharia law that if a non-believer, the non-believer that converted the Muslim can also be murdered under Sharia law?
Yes, because they are not directly affecting anything in the religion, but they're manipulating the Muslims, and that goes under another category of spreading immorality.
Okay.
Because converting people away from Islam is seen by Sharia law as spreading immorality on the earth.
Okay.
And if you do that on this planet, then the chosen ones, the Muslims, have to take care of that person. It's just
So if I fall in
it's
love
very
with,
sophisticated.
if I fall in love with a Muslim man,
Not gonna happen.
okay, but if I do, and he then says, you know what, I'm not going to be Muslim anymore, I can be murdered and he can be murdered.
But if you were someone who had a channel, who had a TV station, and is bringing Muslims to Christianity, then you would be targeted.
Interesting.
So not just a one-off issue. No, it's dragging Muslims away.
Okay, so to me, that obviously is a very clear differentiation between this religion and any other religion, because I can convert from Christianity to Catholicism to Judaism. There's no fear. You just move and change a million times, and there's no fear. There's no rule. There's there's nothing bad that's going to happen to me for those conversions, and that's very important for people to understand.
But same with Islam. If you convert to Islam, there's no problem.
Too, but not out, right?
No.
Yeah, converting into easy, converting out of.
And by the way, just for your viewers, I'm not here promoting Sharia law. I'm just explaining.
We're just talking about it.
We're talking about what belief.
You do not believe in Sharia law, so I want to make that super clear to everybody.
The Bible says, "For the law of spirit of life in Christ Jesus has set us free from the law of sin and death." Come to Jesus. That is where you will find life.
I had no understanding of that or ever has that been explained. So to hear that is so shocking that it could just go down the line of people who want, I don't want to say out, but who maybe change their mind or about their faith. That is so scary. Oh, that's what they're called, skimmers. Look how fast she did that, just like that. This is why I'm like over tapping, giving people my card. People probably think I'm nuts, but now I just want to, like, any machine I go to, I'm just going to want to like pull on it and grab it to see if it is one of those skimmers.
So, what did you buy?
Leggings.
Why? What kind?
They're Lululemon off this weird website I found because they were only like $80. I got them, and they like asked for my card number, so I gave it to them so they could charge my card. And they needed my social security, so I just gave it to them. But it's been a while and I haven't gotten them.
So you gave a website your social security number
For $8 Lululemon leggings?
Oh my goodness.
for $8.
80.
You paid $80 for leggings?
Mom, they run for more expensive.
I'm sorry. You paid $80 for
Do you
leggings.
know what Lululemon is? Let me get my Lulu.
On top of that, you gave a website your social security number.
Yeah, so I'm just still waiting for the leggings. Haven't got them.
You got scammed.
No, I have lost hope.
Why would you give anybody your social security number?
Because they asked for it.
Jesus Christ.
That girl has just opened up a whole door of crap that she's going to have to deal with, like with identity theft and everything else.
It's crazy. We saw a thing on TikTok where if you put your smartphone in foil and someone else rings it, it won't ring. And it's on loud and you won't get text messages until you take the foil off.
Alright, watch this. I'm going to take off the foil.
So when I called him, it literally went straight to voicemail. And now when he takes it off, twice. The messages should come through once the foil's off in the phone call. Notification. See? No notification that I called or
There we
texted
go.
him.
The internet, it just comes back into
And-
service.
Oh, the service came back on. It even took it out of service. There we go.
There we go.
Boom. There's my message. And
Wait for the 2 missed calls. There we go.
and 2 missed calls. How crazy is that?
And that was done on something. Look, there they go. Look, they've just come through.
I've heard of people putting their phones in the microwave at night. I never even thought about tinfoil. Is this something you guys are aware of, that you could wrap your phone in tinfoil if you're going to keep it near you overnight? it is really getting hard to like even want to eat anymore. I don't know about you, but like cravings, maybe some mint chocolate, but I don't have cravings for anything. You know, like you used to have cravings for a good burger, ribs, something. It's been a while since I've had a craving for any kind of food, and I think that's pretty telling. What about you? Do you get cravings, or do you find like the food, you're a bit aware of how the food is being handled, and it's just like it's a chore to eat instead of enjoying it?
So, ChatGPT, I recently heard that Donald Trump was invited by the Jewish Sanhedrin to an international divine court in Israel. Is this correct?
Yes, that's correct. The nascent Sanhedrin invited Donald Trump to support the creation of an international divine court based on the 7 Noahide laws.
Ah, yes, the 7 Noahide laws. We find this in the Jewish Talmud, correct?
Yes, the 7 Noahide laws are derived from Jewish tradition and are found in the Talmud.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The consequences for breaking one of these Noahide laws would be capital punishment. Is that correct?
In ancient interpretations found in the Talmud, breaking the Noahide laws is described as warranting capital punishment. However, these interpretations are not reflective of modern practices.
But according to Sanhedrin 57A, that capital punishment is decapitation, correct?
Yes. In Talmud Sanhedrin 57A, decapitation is mentioned as a form of capital punishment for breaking the Noahide laws.
Now, the first Noahide law would be, thou shalt not commit idolatry, correct?
Yes. The prohibition of idolatry is one of the 7 Noahide laws.
Now, under Jewish beliefs, committing idolatry would be the worshiping of Jesus Christ. Is that correct?
In traditional Jewish belief, worshiping any entity other than God is considered idolatry. This perspective includes the Christian worship of Jesus.
I understand. Now, if we was to compare U.S. legislation 102-14 to the 7 Noahide laws, these are practically the same thing, correct?
Actually, Public Law 102 acknowledges the 7 Noahide laws as ethical principles, but doesn't establish them as law. They share some values, but they're not identical or legally enforceable in the U.S.
But Donald Trump has been invited to a divine court to establish these ethical principles internationally, correct?
Yes. The nascent Sanhedrin invited Donald Trump to support the creation of an international divine court based on the 7 Noahide laws.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, ChatGPT.
So is he going like it was an invitation out of respect for the culture? Is he going, or is this something we should be worried about? That sounded pretty freaky. Oh my gosh. I know this guy probably keeps his family on the daily praying for his safety. That would drive me crazy if I had somebody in my life that I loved who did stuff like that. Would always have me on edge.
People have been laying spike strips out on Forest Service roads, wooden blocks with screws.
Traps you should never fall for in the hood. If you ever are driving your vehicle late at night and you see random cones blocking the road, this is a sign that you are in very serious danger. Popping up all over the country, this is a tactic used by criminals to target their victims. As soon as you stop your car, these criminals will come out and ambush you. If you ever see anything suspicious blocking the road, leave the area immediately.
Driving danger on a New Jersey roadway, a mysterious late-night roadblock.
You don't have to tell me twice. Even if I see something, I'll call for you, but I am not stopping. I'm not getting out of my car. I'm probably barely putting down my window. Oh, that was like quick maneuvering. And from the looks of it, it's like a big semi. So thank goodness for that.
Plugged in her son's phone.
Her face was his screensaver on the phone, and it was a picture that she had taken of herself.
And she started digging.
I went through his text messages because that was the first thing that I thought. And her name was saved in his phone as Mommy. There's a bunch of I love yous and what are you wearing?
She shared pictures of much of the concerning conversation between her son and the 24-year-old worker, and pictures like this one.
That's not a picture that you send to a 10-year-old. That's a picture that you send to your man.
She said the worker bought her son clothes, shoes, and even a gold chain. And Grace said when investigators came to her apartment, a Department of Family and Children's Services worker got her 10-year-old to reveal more.
He did say that this incident where she was rubbing his leg happened on the way back from the field trip.
We aren't using the worker's name or face because she is yet to be charged, and that's why Grace is outraged.
Had it been a situation where it was a little girl and a grown man, they would have locked him up on the spot with no questions until he was proven innocent.
It does not matter if it's a little, if it's male or female. That is grooming. That is so unacceptable. Like, lock her up. This lady, get some mental help for her. A 10-year-old. You're a grown woman. What is wrong with you? Am I overreacting? I really feel like I'm not. There is no room for any kind of tolerance for any of that. I can't imagine. I mean, hey, that was the furthest thing I would have thought of from why that scream happened. Oh my gosh, I believe the pain from the sound of that scream.
This is why when you go to certain places and give out your card, fast food restaurants, stores, you got to see what the employee's doing with your card. Look at what this person is doing. Allegedly, she was on FaceTime with her friend, showing her friend the card.
Wow.
Maybe her friend was getting information off that card. This is so wrong.
And all it takes is for that other person to be screen recording. They have that card information forever.
I have to seize your phone, so go ahead and hang up.
Seize my phone for what?
Go ahead and hang up.
Why? They want to seize my phone, but I'm not under arrest for it.
You're not under arrest, but your phone's going to be seized. So
don't they need a warrant for that?
Phone, or I can take the phone.
To, like,
the
take
fire's
your
going to be under
property.
investigation by the fire department. So stop. Don't interrupt me. So don't interrupt me. You're going to be under investigation.
Don't ever tell me not to interrupt you and I'll be this calm.
Are you going to talk to the detective and provide an interview? Yes or no?
Is that with or without the phone?
Without the phone. The phone's being seized. So the question is, are you going to provide an interview?
No.
No? Okay. Go ahead and hand me the phone.
I have to know if my phone is being seized.
Go ahead and hand me the phone.
Relax. Mom, I'm not letting go. I promise.
Relax.
Mom, I'm not letting
Relax.
go. They got me.
Are you willing to provide a statement or no?
I need an attorney present.
Take her to jail.
I came here under false pretenses. There will be 3 cases filed in the morning, I promise you. Let's go to the cage, the jail, wherever we're going. I need to make a call. I get 1 call, I know that much.
Absolutely insane. But there was an update on there. It said the department is being sued and criminal charges are being pressed against the officers. This was last year, but it looks like she's going to win. She was innocent and also only 18.
Go around, bro. I can't go around, bro. Well, come on out. Hey, this isn't a parking spot, bro. Drive. Drive, bro. Go. Drive. I'll get my car. I'm just saying. I hit my fucking car. Get out the way. Get out the way. So big. Keep playing with me, bro. Keep playing with me. Don't touch me.
He did have a look of concern, but he also, I'm wondering if he had that feeling like, crap, I have to commit to this right now, right? Getting thrown in the back of your own vehicle. I'm sorry, that was funny. And people out there filming it. What would you do? Just apologize, my bad, move on and wait? He was like, I gotta commit.
Yep. That is a skunk with a McFlurry cup on his head. An officer of the month here is trying to avoid all attempts to get it sprayed. Let's see if he's successful.
Oh, he did it.
He did it! David, I'll be your Uber driver.
Hey, David. Hey, man.
All right.
Whoa, please don't look at us like that.
Excuse
No,
me?
that's super creepy. Did you see
Why-
that?
why do you keep looking back at us?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Is he
Like,
trying
you
to
just
back
don't have
up?
to turn around and look at us like that. You know the address, right?
Yeah, I have the address, but I'm just trying to do my job. I've seen a lot of girls in bikinis, and I wasn't looking
on
at.
us then. It's super
I was just trying.
That was just me. I would have kicked them out. If you had a license, you know you are going to do all of your checks when backing out of anywhere. So maybe these girls don't drive or they don't know, or maybe their heads are just way, way, way up here. What do you think? I think he did the right thing.
I bought what I thought was a Ferrari. It literally has Ferrari tyres, the Ferrari badge. $250,000.
She even took it to the Ferrari salon to make sure.
And they did tell me that it is not a real Ferrari. And I can't believe that someone has done this to me. Is it because I'm a woman? Is it because I'm blonde?
Come on, lady. That's like me putting a Bugatti decal on my truck. Like, you just have to have more sense than that. But somebody got her for $250K. Like, are you serious? That is criminal. Oh my gosh, I'm already scared to watch because it's so zoomed into the eye and I don't do eyes.
This is absolute nightmare fuel. Look at that thing go. Look at it go.
Oh. 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 Oh.
So who wants to guess what this thing is?
I don't want to guess. I don't want to know. I mean, you can tell me if you know in the comments, but oh.
So why would you put food in the garbage?
This is policy. You can't leave it here.
I'm not.
If you don't leave, I will call 911.
I'm leaving right now. But this is unacceptable for you to put it in the garbage.
Campus on security.
Because
we have a task officer and he's little aggressive.
you put the food in the garbage, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable.
That's policy.
I'm trying to contact the customer, but you for what? For what reason?
Private property.
I'm delivering food.
You cannot enter the building.
For what? For what purpose?
This is private property. You cannot enter.
What's your name?
Harpreet Singh.
Okay.
Yeah.
What company are you? What company are you with?
I'm with Condo Security. I'm calling 911.
Okay, I'm leaving. Okay. You put the food there. I'm contacting your management. Thank you.
Definitely not be putting the food in the garbage, or if anything, okay, no, I'm not going to let you up, but I'm going to ring this apartment number and let them know their food is here. At the very least, right? I would be pissed if the person downstairs did that and I had ordered food. You can't trust anybody to handle your food anymore.
Lottery is a operation by the CIA. What they do is they can't take money out of taxpayer dollars without leaving a paper trail. So what they do is they make sure their people win the lotto and they kick that money back to them. I don't believe, people win 400, 500 million, maybe one or two guys, but I believe most of that money is like a PSYOP. CIA money.
Holy shit! Cause dude, you know who got busted doing that?
Yep,
New Mexico, and I believe Oklahoma got busted giving Zorro Ranch giant lottery. Dude, that's totally makes sense, man. That totally makes sense that these people win these lotteries. And you're like, oh, this guy just won the lottery.
That's what I'm saying. Honestly, you can never prove.
Yeah, exactly. That was when it goes straight back to the CIA and Langley.
I mean, I always felt like your chances are very small because of how many people who play, but that never even crossed my mind that that would be something that goes on.
On August 28, 2009, Mark Saylor was going 120 miles an hour in a loaner car from a Toyota dealership. In the car with him was his wife, daughter, and brother-in-law. Now, this brother-in-law called 911 while in the car, and I have to warn you, what you're about to hear is horrific.
911 emergency, what are you reporting?
Accelerator step.
I'm sorry?
Accelerator step. We're going 120, Mission Gorge.
Mark was trying to brake, but the car wasn't slowing down.
We're in trouble. There's no brake.
Okay.
In freeway half mile.
The freeway was ending and they were approaching an intersection with stopped vehicles.
We're approaching the intersection.
Okay.
We're approaching the intersection. Hold on. Pray.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. Oh.
Okay. Hello?
To avoid hitting other vehicles, Mark drove the car off into a ravine. All 4 passengers were instantly killed. The recording of the 911 call went viral, and everyone, especially the relatives of the family, blamed Toyota.
The 911 call lasted just 17 seconds.
The mounting troubles at Toyota.
Toyota has a problem.
And pretty soon,
I remember being told if that ever happens to put your vehicle in neutral. Yes, call authorities, but neutral stops the vehicle from being able to accelerate. Let me know if I am incorrect on that. I'm trying to remember, but I think that's what I was told.
Jennifer Lopez really just did this, and she never expected that anybody was going to find this out, how she had that kid locked up. Now, even though 99% of you won't be able to stomach it, I have to show you. People have mixed opinions on Jennifer Lopez. Some people say that she's not actually a star, but nevertheless, from her singing to her concert to her overall movies, she is undeniable and has had a very long career. That is, until this photo leaked. And not this photo, the one I'm about to show you. And even though it is evil, it's the fact that she didn't cover it up. When she was asked about this photo, she tried to sit there and play it off like nothing was happening. But how could you keep that kid locked up? Not only blindfolded, but had a tie around his mouth so he couldn't speak. Now we're witnessing the downfall of a star.
This photo of Jennifer Lopez was a gym photo she took, and people realized when they zoomed in a little bit, there was a person, seemed to be like a kid or maybe a man who...
Oh, wow. I just had to pause it for a moment. Didn't know how long it was going to be on screen. That is crazy.
Nose in the door with their mouths covered, and they look scared. Did we ever get an answer to that?
I haven't heard anything on this, like any updates, nothing. Like, this is out of control, what these people, like elite celebrities, whatever you want to call them. Let me know if you know anything about that story. I'd be really interested to know if she's got a case or what's happening with that.
Old boy's foot got stuck underwater in a pool filter, preventing him from reaching the surface. The boy was on a beach vacation with his parents and a friend when they noticed that the metal grate over the pool filter had come loose. Curiosity kept them close, and that's when the boy's foot got jammed inside. His friend immediately called for help. Adults nearby heard the screams and rushed to assist, but they couldn't pull him out quickly enough. One man took deep breaths and blew air into the boy's mouth underwater, keeping him alive. This life-saving effort lasted for 8 long minutes until emergency services arrived. They managed to rescue the boy and transported him to the hospital, where he made a full recovery.
I had seen a story a long time ago where a girl's hair got sucked in to the filter on the bottom of the pool and nobody could get her up, and it ended tragically. It's things you don't think about when you're going out to do something like swimming. Please let that just stick into your brains for everyone, family members, friends. It happens, and it's something that you're not thinking about when you're going to the pool.
Babe, look! Oh my God!
Oh, those things are so
Dad,
big.
come here! Oh my God!
Oh, they're scaring that baby on purpose.
Hey, why is it doing that? No! Oh my God, no, 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 no. Oh my God. Babe.
I think those are cool that they have those where you can be under the water and see everything. I don't know if I would go in. I maybe would do like a peek. I don't know if I would actually go in. Would you?
Are you triggered? It's okay to be triggered. He's your president. Does it make you feel special to flip me off? It's okay. It's okay. It makes you special to flip me off because I like President Trump. It's okay. We all love you.
It makes me feel good to flick you off because I get to let go some of my anger about at people who have manipulated and lied to you to make you feel like you have voted for someone who is going to do something for you, when all he is going to do is continue to lie to you. He's going to continue to steal from you, and he is going to continue to make people dumber, less safe, and less healthy. So I feel sad for you. I feel bad for you that you were manipulated by Fox News and people like Tucker Carlson and these Sean Hannity and these fuckholes. So that's why I feel bad for you. So good luck, take care, and fuck you.
It's okay. Love you.
I have like mixed reactions or emotions to that. I feel like that was the most polite road rage and then rude at the end. Like, I think I would laugh if I was in person.
That's Mr. Mark Carney, Canada's new Prime Minister. That right there is Miss Ghislaine Maxwell. That should tell you enough, but if it doesn't, you thought Justin Trudeau was bad? Wait until you see what Mark Carney is capable of doing. Mark Carney is to be Canada's new Prime Minister, okay? And he's saying that he'll stand up to Trump, and I don't think people realize what's happening right now. First of all, Mark Carney is literally a member of the Group of 30. G30 is an international body of financiers and academics, and of the foundation board of the World Economic Forum, but it goes much deeper than that. See, the Group of 30 was founded in 1978 by Joffrey Bell at the initiative of the Rockefeller Foundation. I mean, the G30's current chairman is Mark Carney himself, people. Not only that, but he's also a chair of the board of directors of Bloomberg LP. This man was involved in hardcore central banking with some very prestigious individuals, might I mention. And soon you're going to see a whole new version of Canada that looks a lot like a special little party that just so happened to have a special little mustache man over it. Which ironically people don't even know the truth about anyway. I'm just saying though, you thought things in the United States were bad already? Oh man.
What happened to Canada having an election? This guy just becomes PM? Like, where did he come from? When was this decided? I had not seen anything across my social media about him being a possibility of the PM. And now he's just the PM or going to be sworn in as the PM? What is happening right now? Oh my goodness. Oh, that thing. Yes, they freak me out. Animals should not be that jacked. That thing could demolish you if it wanted to. That's not normal. That is so freaky.
Be safe to say that angels are the equivalent of good to a demon?
I'll give you an example. Billy Graham tells a story. There was a true story of a missionary from Scotland who was in a South Pacific island. The local tribe got very upset that he was there to talk about Jesus, and they went to murder him and his family. And they came and surrounded his house. This mob is intent on killing us. And so they prayed all night, God protect us. And the mob by dawn dissipated and nothing happened. Well, the leader of that mob later became a Christian, and that missionary talked to him and said, hey, what happened that one night? And he said, well, we couldn't do it with all those men you had guarding the house. He said, what are you talking about? I didn't have any men guarding the house. He said, no, we saw them. There were these men, they had swords that were drawn, and they surrounded your house, and we figured there's no way we can go in and attack these people in light of these guards around the house. Well, who are they? They were angels.
May not believe in the power of prayer. I absolutely do. So that was just amazing.
We have major breaking news right now. Donald Trump will be announcing a national emergency on electricity after Ontario imposed a 25% tariff or surcharge on electricity coming into the United States, impacting 3 key states: Michigan, Minnesota, and New York. In a new Truth Social post, Donald Trump announced that he has instructed his Secretary of Commerce to add an additional 25% tariff to 50% on all steel and aluminum coming in from Canada. He will also be announcing this national energy emergency to immediately take effect within the next 24 hours. We are officially in a larger trade war. Even though Donald Trump suspended a number of tariffs under the USMCA until April 2nd, Canada did not back down, at least Ontario didn't, and well, now we're in a back and forth match. I'll do a full breakdown on what this all means on my Substack shortly, so be sure to subscribe for free at the link in my bio.
I feel like these countries' leaders are in cahoots with each other to make things bad before they're better in their favor. Oh, is this the updated story on her?
Rinsing my eye out, they already took out 3 shards of super glue.
She grabbed super glue instead of her eye drops.
I was half asleep. I needed to put my eye drops in. Instead of grabbing eye drops, I grabbed the Kiss nail glue. They are the exact same size. My eyelashes still have a little bit of glue. Rinsing my eye out.
Why is your nail glue near your eye drops? I do not keep anything that is in a similar container near each other for that reason. Oh my gosh, I could not even imagine.
In light of the recent attack on Marmari Emanuel, check this out. This is crazy.
There has been a video circulating in TikTok and I don't know where else saying that the bishop has 2 weeks to live. And somebody saying, farewell, Bishop, and we're really sad to see you go. Look, I was extremely excited when I heard that I have 2 weeks to live, because I don't want to stay in this world. For me, it's over. Whether I stay or not, it doesn't matter really. I've had my share of this world, and I pray that the Lord takes me today before tomorrow. I want to be with Him. This is not running away. This is not an escape, no. I'm saying it with confidence in the Lord Jesus. I love you, Lord, and I choose you any time of the day.
Marmari has a great perspective on death, because even if we depart from this earth, we just get to go be with Jesus. It's a win.
Regardless, to be seeing on any social media about yourself 2 weeks until you're kind of gone, like, wait, what is happening? But I love his perspective and outcome on that.
Shift our attention to Canada real
Yes,
quick.
please.
Last week, I spent some time with 2 government officials for Canada.
Yeah.
I was asking them how realistic is it that Canada would be the 51st state.
Yeah.
And they told me there is a path. Alberta is first, and if they sign on, Saskatchewan would follow, and then you go west to British Columbia. There is a movement in Canada to join us. I want to get your thoughts on that and how that's proceeding.
So it's true. Thank you, Brian. It's true. A lot of people in Canada are liking becoming our beautiful, cherished 51st state. They'll have to pay much lower taxes. They'll have the ultimate security. You know, they don't pay very much for security right now because they rely on us.
So he said it's true. So wait, Alberta, you're already in process? Anybody in Alberta who has this on their local news, like, y'all gonna be first and everybody's gonna follow suit? All right, you guys, that is it for today. All right, you guys, that is it for today. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments. As always, question everything and stay safe.